Back on Kababayan Today, ako po si G. Tonji. Nandito tayo sa West Hollywood kasama si Jake Macapagal at pinag-uusapan natin kanina yung pagsimula mo sa teatro.
Yeah.
Tapos, syempre, you've also ventured off into film.
Yeah.
But I want to hear about your Miss Saigon story. Can you share with us briefly the time that you spent doing Miss Saigon, traveling all over the world?
Yeah. Well, siguro nung 1989 when there were 11 Filipinos who were picked to be opening Saigon in the West End, which includes, of course, John Briones. 11 Filipinos yun. Ang dami there was like a huge community of theater was like, wow, posible na pala. So nauna sila, 1989. So bago naghintay ng, a few years after, there was an opening for Miss Saigon in Sydney, in Holland, in Germany, and maybe a touring company afterwards. So I was I've never auditioned before, hindi ako handa, parang nahiya ako, kaya ko ba to, ganyan. But I was so drawn to the experience na it's not just gonna be a show for me. I think it's gonna be life-changing in a way that I will be out of the country and living independently. And that's the one that actually, dun ako na-attract more than the being part of the show. It is
it was a chance for you to travel the world doing what you love.
It's a chance for me to get to know myself better.
Okay.
Yeah, as well.
So how was that audition process like? Ano yung pinagawa sa'yo?
There was 700 people who auditioned in 1993. And then I sang Why God Why, that's a Chris's song, and 16 bars of it. And I remember Cameron McIntosh said, what's your lineage? First time I've heard the word lineage, and I sort of like, Filipino. And I was, and I think from then on, you go through the process after the singing, you do the dance.
The dance call.
The dance call is the hardest.
Yes, kasi tuturuan ka, tapos nakalinya kayong lahat, tapos ang bilis, di ba?
Bilis, yeah. Well, I think Douglas Nieras naman for the beating. So somehow, I know how to take direction. So.
Yes, of course, I've been able to work with Douglas, so I understand.
So yun ang nakakatuwa. After that, and contract was offered. We checked our German phonetics because 23 Filipinos were called for, or 24 Filipinos were called to leave for Germany. So they were checking our phonetics. They put us to school in the Goethe Institute for German 1 and 2.
Because you had to sing in German.
In German, yes.
Ja sprachen Sie Deutsch?
Ich spreche gut Deutsch.
Wow, so you really learned German just so that you could be part of this production.
At least phonetically, you'll be able to sing in German. And then after that, so 24 Filipinos went to Germany, and then a few numbers went to Holland, and then The Hague, and then Australian cast, and we were all spread out. So during the 90s, I think that was my MBA. I led a fantastic MBA life. I call it masters, kasi masters talaga dun.
Masters in life?
In life.
Right?
Who I can afford that. I'm glad I had that opportunity.
Oo.
Yeah.
Bakit ang Pilipino palaging nangangarap na makaalis ng Pilipinas? What's behind that, Jake?
It's just like, I think you just have bigger dreams. I think time and space is wide. There's no, it could be pangarap mo, pwede ka makarating sa Bataan. It could be anywhere else. But at that time, it was very interesting for musical actors to travel because it's possible to cross the borders even if you're not part of the union. And Germany opened their doors because there's no union in Germany. So it was a great opportunity for us.
Okay, when Miss Saigon ended and you had to return to the Philippines, what were the discoveries that you made about how different you were from the time you left to the time you returned?
Yeah, I probably was pushing, getting closer to 40s, and it was 1999. The show had ended. I was a resident, so I continued living in Germany after 3 years. So, but then, Bobby Garcia and I were already was offering me, or I auditioned for him for Rent, and had begun The Angry Inch. So by that time, I was going back to Manila and said, I miss being home. I feel I'm connected here. While the other Filipinos opted to change their citizenship, I said, walang bigat sa akin yung pagstay sa Germany. Parang I was partying too much. It was the year 2000. And I said if I stayed a little bit longer here, I'd probably be partying for another decade.
Okay.
So I said, way out, leave, give up the residency.
Come back to the Philippines.
Come back to the Philippines and take that risk. Mind you, the people that I met when I was doing Atiba Pa as a teleseries, and as a educational program in ABS before I left for Germany. Mind you, after a few years, even the people that I met have already gone up the ladder of success, and a lot of things had changed. So, hindi na rin ako makapasok, tumanda na rin ako, hindi nila ako maintindihan bakit ang personality mo hindi hindi box. Parang, I think natatakot sila, hindi pwede yun.
But, you decided to go back to the Philippines, and then this amazing opportunity from Metro Manila happened, and it has just exploded. So when we return, we're going to talk about the film Metro Manila and Jake's experience on that film. Magbabalik kami.